Oh boy, computers and editing and all this stuff. Sorry guys, we're a little late. We thought we were live, but we weren't. So good morning, everyone. It's so
That's
funny on technology. Yeah, so funny. Ken and I've had so many laughs this morning. Yeah. How are you doing this morning, Jamie?
I'm doing good. Hi, everybody. Yeah. This is take two. We've already been talking for like 5 minutes thinking we were live.
Right.
Now I know.
Okay, I see people, yeah. Do you see it, Ken? Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's introduce everybody that's there so people kind of know the routine that we do when I do a reading with you. Like, I like to know who came to see me, who came to talk to us.
We have Griffen behind the computer.
Hi, G, I love you.
Your mom.
Hi, Mom, love you.
Your uncle, your grandmother.
Hi, Uncle Raj. Hi, Graham.
Mom.
Yep, Grandma Jane.
Father-in-law.
Hi, Carl, love you.
And your friend Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. Victoria's mom is there. Hi, Peg.
Then we have football players.
And Junior's Day out there today. We were talking about that.
Yes, yeah. Junior's here. He's sitting down, so it's a little weird. I can recognize him by his height and his stature. So when he sits down, I overlook him.
And there's more players. We just have to figure out who they are. How many football players do you have today, Jamie?
4 in total.
Okay. And the Sweet Peas are there?
Yes, 4 of them.
Okay, perfect.
Team today.
Yeah, very. You guys came. Griffen opened it up and let you guys come. And my mom. Yeah. They're coming on their own first.
Right.
What did they say?
They haven't done that yet for you during live.
You guys, Jamie has chimes in her office and she's not ringing them. That's all I can tell you. And they go off all the time. It's hilarious.
They're right there. Maybe I'll do this for a little while and you can watch the chimes.
Yeah, it goes off all the time. And people always ask me, where are the chimes? And we're not setting the chimes off. So there you go.
And I don't have any vent or anything that's facing the chimes.
No.
Any wind flow, no open windows, doors, nothing like that. It's fun.
Well, you kind of notice because it'll go off at funny times too.
It does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think
Day
so.
and night.
Right? I think so. So how's everybody doing today?
Griffen said everybody is doing good. He's doing fantastic. He's saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I miss you, G, so much.
He says thank you.
I miss you.
Start off?
Yeah.
Aaron, you?
Okay, we're going to start off.
Aaron,
can you hear Jamie?
Yeah.
Aaron Hume has asked.
No.
We can't hear you.
Has Cameron crossed over?
Has Cameron crossed over? I think that was her fiance or husband.
Is he with me in the house? Has he shown me any signs?
So Aaron Cameron has crossed over into his dimensional plane, which is appropriate for the body he has now. Thank you, Griffen. Griffen's going to get him. It's like fishing, but much easier, he says.
And maybe I'm just nosy, but I like detail. Like, is that your fiance or is that your husband? Or like, I want to know too. Like, who are we talking to? If you guys don't mind, if it's top secret, that's fine too. But I just love to know who we're talking to, like who you're reaching out to.
It makes for a good story to know.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the more detailed your question, the more detailed your answer will be. You know.
Ooh, as Maitland says, the quality of your question equals the quality of your answer.
Yeah.
He is in the house with you. Doesn't show me any signs. Cameron is big at the I don't feel alone sign. Like there's a fullness in the room where you think, who else is here? And you want to look around the corner or you want to go, hi. So he has that kind of fluffy, thick energy feel. He says he doesn't reach out and touch you. It spooks you. It scares you. He's not into scaring you, but he definitely wants to be heard, and that he does show up in your dreams. So if you could keep a dream journal, that would be easier to remember what happened the night before.
I think that death is that crossover going home is very recent too. I think so. Okay.
Quarterback coach Bill Howe writes, my wife Andrea wants to know if her dad Pascual Caratazzolo, ever knew how her mother and sister treated her when you were at work.
It's very hard to hear.
Bill, you're going to throw us right in a family argument here. Okay.
Oh, it's Coach How?
Yeah, I love him, but he's obviously got some unresolved issues, or the wife does. I'm sorry, I'm not making it funny, but I hate getting in the middle of family issues. I've got so many of my own.
Your sister treated her when you were at work. The dad Pasquale, I don't see him. I hear him, and it's strange. I only hear him on my left side. Don't know why, just stating. No, he was never aware when he was physically alive how you were treated when you were out of his care. He didn't have a clue. Nobody said anything. There were mean statements said about you or things that he thought was inappropriate that he would correct, even when you were not in the room, he would correct them. But he didn't find out everything until he crossed over. Oh, did you hear that tiny little like
Sanchez writes, my question is, my mother passed away a year ago. Seeing if she had a message for me. I miss her dearly. Love you, Mom.
Aww. Hi, Tiffany. Your mother.
Hi, Tiffany.
Sweet. She's not that big of a chatter, though. She'd be very good at sending you like visual signs, like when you're daydreaming, or like pop back memories really hard. Like when you're doing something, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I remember when we used to. Those things your mother is really good at. But like the chatter in the back of your head, or even chatting with me, not so smooth. It's a very, very distant connection. Let go. Let go. What are we letting go of? Let go of the items. Let go of the things. She's not talking about emotions or memories or situations. And it's like she's talking about tangible items. She wants you to be more freed up and flexible in your life and not to have a lot of things in your life. She knows this is public. This is a public arena, and she doesn't want to say much more, but she loves you. I love you. I love you.
Aw, thank you for coming.
Carrie Birdsley writes, first of all, I love you guys and thank you very much. Am I an empath? Do I have any psychic abilities I can work on? How can I be of service to others in this life? Carrie Birdsley.
Carrie. Griffen says hi. Oh, we've got feedback on your side. Are there two computers logged in? Can you mute one of them?
Volume, yeah, I've got the volume all the way down on one. Yeah. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Check
the mic.
Your phone. Turn your phone.
Okay, there you go. Is that better?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Where's my phone? Okay.
Griffen says, Carrie, you do have abilities. They're mostly claircognizant. Like you're aware of things, you know things. Sometimes you know right before it happens. But Griff says that you call bullshit a lot and you just swipe it away. So they constantly give you the heads up, they give you the sign, and you go, ha, and you swipe it. So Griffen says if you were to slow down a little bit more, really look at all the thoughts that you have in your head, because your guides are next to you like screaming, going, Carrie, this is the one, look at it like this. But you would pick up on it. And the way that you would know the difference, Griffen said, is that sometimes you have thoughts and you know they're yours because you're feeding them. The other ones just kind of come into your head and you go, that's weird. And you have a reaction to them. You're like, that's strange. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Well, you're not thinking that, Griffen says. You're hearing it or receiving it, and it's just showing up as already known knowledge. So slow down, decipher whether you're creating it yourself or if you're managing it because it's coming from somewhere else, and then react on it. Build some trust by following through.
Mm-hmm.
By using
Carrie,
that.
I love you. You're so sweet. She's so sweet, Jamie. Like,
yeah.
And she has a sick sense of humor like me. I'm sorry if I'm going out there on a limb, Carrie.
I like
but
it.
she gets my jokes anyways. Yeah.
Jesse Daniels has a question.
Jesse Daniels.
Was that Griff messing with Dakota the other night when Dakota was going crazy at your house? Marshawn.
Yeah. Was that you, Griffen, messing? Yes, I was watching Coda Dakota from Bobby and Jesse's dog, the sweet little dog. And at 2 a.m, he started barking at the air. And I'm so slow. I woke up and I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And it took me a while. And I was like, finally, it hit me. Like I used to see Griffin's image come towards me when I'd go to sleep. That took me months to figure out too. But thank God I figured this out because I thought, "Are you going crazy? Like, what? Who are you talking to? There's nobody in here." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Griffen, Kenyatta, Mom, who's here?" And he was like, "Roar, roar, 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 roar." Was it you, Griff?
It was. Hands down. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks for the missed sleep, Griff.
Anytime.
It's like having a new baby.
Shelly here has a question about visitation. It says, when you have a dream, how can you determine visitation from a regular dream? Ooh.
When you have a dream, how can you tell a regular dream versus a visitation?
If you're just dreaming about them or if they're actually in your dream?
Yeah.
Like astral projection or?
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, I'm adding to it, I think, too much. Yeah.
Your mom's taking the question. So let's take regular dream versus dream visitation.
Okay.
Most of the time in a dream visitation, your mother says that you are aware that the person you're talking to is dead. And most of the time in your dream, you'll say, "Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here.
Right.
You know, you're much younger. Why do you look that way?" Like you start to question it because your subconscious is bleeding in, or your consciousness is bleeding into your subconscious.
Right.
And so it's bringing in these memories of, wait, the marker says they're dead. This is before, this is after. Why is this happening? So when you have those kinds of conversations in your dream, you can chalk them up. Is that the way to say it? As a visitation. Another deciphering. Just use all the words I can't pronounce, Mary.
Deciphering factor.
Deciphering factor is, she says, when you wake up from a dream and you can't shake it, like you feel like you just
got a message
through it, like your adrenaline, everything, all this is functioning, and then it affects your day. She goes, count those as visitations, because those are really, those experiences read as true to life, even though you weren't physically acting them out. Chemically, you were.
Okay, cool.
Bonita Herring writes, "I love you all. Does my friend Dell, who passed, does she have a message for me and our mutual friend Sarah?"
Dell, like DELL?
Yeah, like the computer.
Okay, Dell.
Dell for Bonita Herring and Sarah.
Message for Dexter.
I love Sarah. Dell will just mess with Sarah to no end.
So cute.
So is there any, was it?
Message for me and my mutual friend Sarah, our mutual friend Sarah.
There's not anything heavy that's coming through because there's no red flags popping up for either you or Sarah. But she does want to be in contact a lot more, and she wants to show up more. So if you give her some space to do that, whether that's within your belief system or within kind of your conversations, especially when you're at dinner, there's something about going out to dinner, almost looks like a bar in my head, for her to have people pop up and say hi to you that are meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Like when you're in the line somewhere or something, I swear I used to feel that was Griff, like at Costco buying stamps, old man just looked at me with like so niceness. I don't know. It was like right after Griffen had transitioned that I felt like it was Griff. It was the weirdest, most beautiful feeling, you know?
They do that.
Yeah. It was like, you're a 90-year-old man. Griff, that's you talking to me. I know it is. Yeah.
Bethany Blessing has a question.
Okay.
She has a request.
Okay.
Can Griffen go get my higher self or anyone from my spirit team and help me with whatever wisdom / messages would most benefit me at this time?
Bethany Blessing. Okay.
Griffen says, yes, I can. And also you can connect to the ego self. That's like the translator level between higher consciousness and this life. That's the first time I've ever heard that. I had to soak that in. He says, you can access that level and tell the ego to stop messing around and bring in whatever you're looking for and embody it right then and there so that there's no delay. And then the only thing that's left to do is to train the conscious awake brain that these shifts have occurred so that you're not bringing it back into the pattern again. There's a lot more feedback happening again.
Okay.
Ooh. You can't hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what it's doing on my side. Maybe it's just here.
Do y'all hear it? I don't hear it. I don't hear anything.
No. You still hear it?
Good. Yes.
Okay.
That's okay.
You want Ken to fix it?
I'll do my best to ignore it. Ask these guys. Anybody that's here, are you having feedback on your
Are
live?
you guys having feedback? Can you guys type if you're having feedback?
And Griffin wants to say thank you for joining us on
Thank you.
the live stream on his Facebook page today. He says, if you like this, my mom's done a whole bunch of other ones. You can watch them.
And we put it on YouTube afterwards, so if you don't get a chance to watch it, it stays on Griff's page for a little while. I don't know if he's moving them all over to YouTube or if he keeps them on both places for a little while.
Yara Chandramas asks,
Oh, the Italian girl. Chiara.
It's a little bit of feedback is what people are saying, but it's good.
Okay.
Yara Chandramas, sorry, I lost the question. I had it. Here it is. My mom is next to me. She wonders if her sister Ada has a message for her.
Oh,
Her mom is Fiorella.
Fiorella.
Fiorella wonders if Ada has a
Ada.
message for her.
Her sister's in heaven, I guess, huh?
Yara Chandramas.
Yeah. Your auntie's in heaven,
saying
huh?
that, right?
Yeah.
Griffin said this family is fun.
Yeah. Italy is fun. Italians are fun.
Sorry, like it's a strange little thing. Something about she likes where she is because she doesn't wear the stockings anymore.
Okay.
I
that
don't
funny?
know why that's the first thing.
Uh-oh.
She said if she wanted to reach out to her sister to know anything, the biggest information would be to live exactly how you want to live, not her finger wags, not by how you were taught.
Wow. That's deep.
And then there's something in Italian, and there's no way I'm going to be saying that, or I don't know what language it is, but it's not English.
Probably Italian, yeah.
All right. Laura Honorheim asks, does Griffin know my friend Ryan in heaven? Ryan was a light worker, huge fan of Jamie's. Will be wild to see him connect with Jamie.
That's a thumbs up.
Griffin says, absolutely, we hang. Because when we get together, we don't necessarily do light work, though.
Go ahead, Frida.
Okay. Genevieve Deely writes, not sure how this works, but just opened up Facebook and this popped up, so I'm taking it as a sign to try it.
Good.
I got devastating news from my friend. Her toddler son, Asa, has transitioned suddenly, and this comes 3 years after losing her toddler son, Knox. I got to know Knox's family because it happened the same time we lost Penny. They were the same age. How does this happen? 2 babies. It's beyond devastating, and I know this is the path that both Knox and Asa chose, but my God, I cannot comprehend this. Absolutely heartbroken. This poor family, why?
Yeah.
Griffin says, hi, ton of feedback.
I don't know what to do. I don't know. Is your phone?
No, it's off. I'll turn my phone completely off.
No, it'd be somebody who has like 2 mics that are hooked to the same thing.
You think Dylan has his computer on?
He'd have to be on Facebook. No, he'd be too far away. Griffin says, hi, Genevieve. He says the point that you are reacting so much to this and have a hard time settling it inside of your own heart shows one of the many purposes of why the two toddlers crossed over within the same family. Is not just for the lessons for their family, but it's also for those who know them and wish to support them. He said there are many other cases where entire families who were in a plane, on a bus ride, a car, in a boat, are totally taken together, and then one surviving alone. He said, you can spend your whole life asking why. And he goes, you're never going to get the answer that satisfies you because you're a type of person who values life and love. I just got really emotional.
Yeah, I feel really emotional because I've always, I'll interject a little something as a parent who's lost a child, Griffen, but I always thought if I lose Dill, I'm out. So I would just be there for your friends as much as you can because I don't think I would stay. And it's not a bad thing not to stay. I don't know. I know that's going to make everybody, it's going to be mixed. And please don't judge me because you don't know what it feels like.
True. Griffin said, I love you, Mom.
I love you. I feel so sorry for that lady.
And he said, my mom is point in case and being another person who is experiencing just the story and how it affects you. He said, so both of these boys' lives and this family story doesn't stop within the boundaries of them. And he says it's not just a story of loss or not even being in control or being honored as a person or mom or family. He said it is a testament to expanding your love beyond, time and boundaries. And he said this is something that the family signs up for before they come.
Right. There's a song, I can't remember what it's called, but I Love You Where There's No Space and Time. And I always think of that. It's a classic song, but I always think of Griff when I think of that. And yeah, you'd have to really reach down to find something to stay if you don't have any more kids. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Carrie Birdsley writes, I have a question for a friend Stephanie. She's having trouble with Facebook. She wants to know if Hunter, her friend, has any messages for her. She is a little lost. Thank you.
Carrie, is Hunter a man or a woman? I know that's a woman and a man's name.
To me, it feels like a man.
Okay.
But what's the woman's name? It's hard to hear him. It's
Carrie Birdsley. Well,
Stephanie.
Come up closer. He can't hear you.
Carrie Birdsley writes, I have a question for my friend Stephanie. Is Hunter her friend if he has any messages for her? She's a little lost.
Griffin's saying there's no messages right now. That little bit of lost is the cushion right now that she needs in between this before transition and after transition. A lot of people don't value it, Griffin says, thinking that it's a worthless time and it feels like crap and nothing is going right. But he says this is where all the magic and the change and the shifting of belief systems happen. So this is a spot that's needed for her to achieve something really great. Griffin says Hunter promises as soon as your friend lands, kind of a little sturdy, not like completely solid, a little sturdy, that he's going to be there just throwing down a path and a place to go and to show up and to take care of her. But for right now, he's backing off, hands off.
Okay. Kent?
All right. Answers. Lori Parker wants to know, am I headed in the right direction? I feel stuck. Thank you.
My questions aren't moving, that's why.
Lori Parker, you're feeling stuck. Griffin. He says, nope, Lori, sit your ass down. He said, if life is saying you're stuck here and the decisions that you're popping up with aren't working and you can't go anywhere, he goes, I'm going to raise a campaign that sitting still and being stuck is still doing something. He said,
right.
So you're not doing nothing. So
Right.
he can enjoy the time being where you are. Even if you don't like it, he goes, spend the time daydreaming about what it would be like not in the place where you are, but where you want to be. It's like 30 minutes, not the whole day, because then that gets you a little sick in the head because you live in a fantasy world. But 30 minutes a day, just dreaming about where you want to go. Don't do anything. And he goes, soon enough, it'll just be like, ha, here it is, in your face. You got to make this choice. And he goes, that's when you do it, Lori. And that's when you make changes.
I love that. It'll be right in front of your face. Ken had backed away, Jamie, to stop with the interference. So tell me if you can hear him when he says the question. If not, I'll just move him forward. Go ahead, Ken.
Hi, Lumineers.
I interviewed for a job today.
Who?
Marcy Hastings.
Oh, hi, Marcy. Love you.
Hi, Cece.
I'm not getting a hell yes or a hell no. Thoughts?
Griffin says, if it's not a hell yes or it's not a hell no, it's a meep. Meep.
I'm excited right now, probably, maybe.
Well, also
probably maybe is Dylan saying, sorry.
Yeah, he says there's something better that's going to be there. He said, if you want, in the meantime, you can take this one when it's offered, but you have another job position that will be popping up that's more of a hell yes. Ding.
Olivia Gallegos writes, does my mom and dad, Tony and Celia Gallegos, have any messages for us, their kids, and are they okay?
Oh.
What are the names again?
Tony and Celia?
Tony and Celia Gallegos.
I love that. Tony and Celia Gallegos. Or
Gallegos.
Gallegos.
Find where he is on the chat thread.
Olivia Gallegos.
Olivia is the girl asking. It's her parents, Kent?
Yeah, she wants to know for her.
If they have any messages?
For her and their
other kids, okay.
Now, can you remember to come back to them in a little bit?
Yep. Sure.
All right. Lupita Oliva writes, please, can I hear something from my Jonah Rodriguez? Anything, please. He was 20.
Ooh. Who is Jonah Rodriguez to you?
It's my Jonah.
Your Jonah. Yeah.
My son gave me Jamie's and initials to contact her through a pendulum.
Through a pendulum?
Yeah, it's a pendulum.
Oh, that's one of those things.
Yeah.
All
right, I'll do another question. Sorry. Jennifer Jonathan writes, wondering if my grandmother, Anne Merle Jonathan, is helping guide me through the unknown with my family, CTE and TBI. Does she have any messages for me? Hubby retired NFL. We are in.
Oh, brain injury, yeah.
Jennifer Jonathan.
Yeah. Wondering if my grandmother, Anna Merle Jonathan, is helping guide me through the unknown with my family, CTE and TBI. Yeah, I know all about that. Does she have any messages for me? Hubby retired from the NFL. We are in such legal limbo. Jennifer, my heart goes out to you. Been there, done that. Yeah.
That's a yes. The grandmother is has her hands on everything. Fingerprints on everything. The all the legal stuff that you're doing, all the paperwork. I see that you have another lawyer that's going to join the team. One that's not physically located near you, but that has a history or background dealing with this kind of injury or medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a new kind of diagnosis and paperwork that goes along with CT. Is it CTE? Yeah,
yes.
CTE that is already signed off for now that can be used in the legal system in a different way.
Okay.
That's what the new lawyer is about. Once that happens, the dang it, what's it called, Marshawn? The big conglomerate that does all the football stuff.
Class action lawsuit or the?
No, the people who would actually be paying out.
Oh, the NFL? The actual football.
Yeah,
Jamie
NFL.
doesn't know sports, but the actual owners, the owners
Okay,
the
that's
owners of
what I
the
want.
NFL,
Yeah.
they'd be paying.
I
love you, Jamie.
NFL. I know the words. I know that. I think the first offer that they give, Jennifer, please don't just say no, thank you. Even if it feels very scary that something lower is going to come, but if you don't accept this, there is a different kind of payout later. So if you can go ahead and manage with the finances that you have now, I know that things are not going to be easy and a little tight, but it's something that you can get through because we'd rather see you have more financial security for the long run, because I don't see that there's going to be any other income that the hubby is going to be able to pull through with. So the grandmother is working on that as well. She says, thank you.
Yeah, just anything, just speak up for yourself with the NFL. Don't trust any business people. Yeah.
Olympia Glenn Spawn writes, does my friend Jamal Johnson have any messages for me? He died last year at 30.
Jamal Johnson. I don't know who this guy is, but I like him.
Oh, Jamal. Hi, Jamal.
I don't know how anybody I could describe the way he is. It's like he can be serious, he can be an asshole, he can be funny, he can be so smoochy and so loving. Like
I love it.
A person who has everything.
Right.
Kind of
love that.
And he definitely shows up that way.
Renaissance man.
A Renaissance man. He doesn't really have messages for you, just he wants you to know he is there. Will you please just acknowledge that I'm here? He's been knocking some things over or rearranging, moving small things, keys. There's paperwork and stuff that's often misplaced, and jewelry. He's really digging that. So when you think you've gone crazy, just say hi to him.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to need to take this next one, Kent, because I just read this. Janet A. Glover. Hi, I was skipped the last live. I apologize. And there was some lady from South Africa that we skipped the last live, too, that I feel terrible. So if you see it, please post again. Okay. I hope you can get to me this time. Thank you for all you do and share with us. Okay. I'd like to know if my Uncle David is okay and who he is with on the other side. Does he visit my mom and when? Hi, Janet Glover. So your Uncle David.
Hi, Janet. Uncle David is lively. He crossed over very fast. He did not linger in between places. He knows exactly where he is and how to manipulate it. He also knows how close his family is. Like, normally you don't hear like the uncle being really like close into the family. It's just like Uncle so-and-so. He is. He does visit his sister, your mom, quite a bit. He doesn't like to show up at night. Your mother's very peculiar about being scared or spooked. So usually it's during the day, like in the mornings. In the mornings, she's her most like alert. That's when he likes to show up. He's talking about you doing something else with your education.
Uh-huh.
I can't tell if it's you have to go back again or if you're going to change what you're doing. But he's talking about learning something else in education and finding your way then, but not right now. I know you didn't ask that, but that's what he was saying.
That's so cool. So cool. I'm a little confused, Lupita. You're saying my son gave me Jamie's initials to contact her through the pendulum. Please, thank you. Is your son transitioned or is he here? Screaming and something?
I'm trying to trip it. I just wanted to know if my son was okay. Please, thank you so much.
Okay, I guess your son's transitioned. I'm assuming, Lupita, Olivia.
So for those of you who are writing in the chat, just please know that we're doing our best to go one by one, but that doesn't always happen. We believe a lot in the magic of whatever question is popping out is the one that we need to be asking.
Right.
And if you feel like you can help somebody who is in the thread that's asking a question, maybe you can make a connection. But please know, we're not here really to support or stand behind what people in the chat thread are saying. Marshawn's being brave enough and outstanding to really kind of share her sessions with other people and to help them find different ways to communicate with spirits and new relationships. So there's a whole kind of feeling that's going to happen in the thread system as we keep going further in the live streams.
Yeah.
So every now and then I think we'll pause and just kind of reinstate that we're going to read the ones that are popping out. They're scrolling pretty fast. We are not consciously skipping over anybody. So please don't take it personal. This is more of just a little bit of an open forum.
Right. Yeah. For everybody that's watching, listen, this is the third time I've never done this. I mean, it's very hard looking at yourself and trying to adjust. Everything's on the opposite side. Just there's a lot to get used to. So we thought my brother would read their questions today and that might help. So the questions were not moving from me at first. And now I just jumped in to look at them. I'm not that computer savvy, but I'm just here to spread love. And it's the holidays. And I thought a lot of people might be hurting, missing loved ones. And I just wanted to spread the joy and spread some love around.
We're all doing our best, people.
We're doing our best, people. Yeah. So anyway, that's what Ken said. So if I skipped you, I did not mean to. I didn't sleep last week because I skipped someone from South Africa. It was the first question on the very first live. It's harder than you think when it's all coming at you. It may look like it's so easy because I'm just here, but it's hard to look smooth, look in the camera and read the question and stuff like that. So, Lupita, your son passed away. Does he have any messages for you?
Lupita, your son used the pendulum and gave you the initials. That's pretty damn cool. He's a very active guy.
Right? Like Griffen led me to Jamie too, Lupita.
Aren't they? I love spirits. They're so freaking clever. They take me to people all the time. Right. And in really crazy situations, I'll be just hanging out and all of a sudden I get up and I go, I have to go to the mall. I have to go to the store. Right. And he's like, it is pouring down rain. You don't need to be doing this. I'm like, no, I got to go. I got to go. Right. Bye.
Exactly.
And I drive like a zombie and I get to the store and like I meet this great person. He's like, oh my God, I wish I would have known you. And just like magical. So they do it. I love it. They do it with spirit. It's just great.
So your son is smart, huh? He's with it, giving you messages, giving you Jamie's initials and stuff. I love that. I'm sorry you lost your son. But he's obviously doing well if he's giving you messages.
Your son is regretting that he didn't get to say goodbye to you. But then again, he thinks about it often and says that's probably for best because then we get to stay in contact with each other because we don't have any goodbyes. He does come by the house, but he doesn't stay all the time. He's telling me, I guess he was already old enough where he didn't live there. He doesn't really look that old, but maybe high school, college kind of an age.
Right. Younger, yeah.
But he says he keeps an eye out, especially when you're in the car and especially when you're driving. He likes to be in there and to protect you.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's going to keep continuing that. Oh, and he's going to play the songs, listen to the words of the songs that he plays to you in the car.
Okay. Love
Thank you very much. He says, it's like very dramatic.
I love
it. He says they can see the chimes move. It's
there was a kid. Oh, did you see someone lost their son and then it disappeared?
It's happening. Lauren Salino writes, hi, lovelies. Can you check in and see how my grandpa, Ray Donadio's transition is going? He passed in September. So Lauren Salino and her grandfather, Ray Donadio.
Griffen. Ooh, that was loud. Apparently your grandpa is like wooing everybody. He's a very sweet guy. He just wants to hear about everybody else's story. So he's taking his sweet time and crossing over because he's finding such joy in everybody that he's meeting. Like, hey, how are you? Why are you here? What's going on with you? Like, just soaking it up. So if you can imagine like your grandpa's a little bit on vacation right now. And he's doing great. He transitioned just fine, but he's not going to start showing up for you until a little bit later because he really wants to get into everything that's happening.
Love it.
I can totally see that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. Like he's got a whole new social life.
Yeah,
right? Right?
what brings you here?
Right?
Casey Schwinning writes, does Cindy King, who crossed over unexpectedly Sunday, have messages for her 2 boys?
Cindy King. Where are you, Cindy King? No. Griffen says
It's on Sunday, so new.
a hot second.
Might be too new.
That was
all guys.
really sudden.
Sure.
Yeah.
T in awe has asked a few questions. I'm trying to get one in. Any messages for me from my spirit team? I'm open to anything. T in awe.
T in awe.
AUB, like Auburn or Aubrey, like AUB. T in awe.
Just T and N and awe?
Yeah, like Tennessee.
Okay.
Like Tennessee, like Auburn, Tennessee.
Okay. What's the question though? If anybody has any messages for her?
Any messages for me from my spirit team? I'm open to anything.
Okay.
So not enough information.
All I heard was dirty work. I don't understand what the dirty work is. Griffen, all of it's dirty work. It's not. It's pretty kind of jumbled. So I'm curious to know Tennessee, Auburn, TT and Auburn, if when you tune in with your people, if it feels just like that, because right, Griffen is like it's like in between 2 radio stations, and you can hear both of them talking, and they're not on the same topic. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of opportunity for you. It's just not coming in nice and clear. So Griffen's saying it's a mental antenna. Like we need you to be a little bit more sharper with what you're doing up in here. So if you get more time to calm, Griffen, what was it? Silva Mind Method. He was talking about the Silva Mind Method, looking at that, trying to monotask your brain. And the spirit team would be able to show up more internally when you're having those quiet moments. You'll get a lot more out of it than what you do now.
Mm-hmm.
Donna Frost writes, morning, Jamie and Marshawn.
Hi, good morning, Donna.
Is there any message from my grandmother, Sylvia Thompson?
First of all, how much do you love the name Sylvia?
So cool. Donna's sweet too. Sweet lady.
I don't get Sylvia here right away. Do you see it?
Yeah. Hi, Donna Curry. Thank you. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, Jim.
No, interrupt away. It's nice when you're talking. There's something like I know I work well with you.
Right.
So when your lips are moving and when you're putting your energy into it, I think Griffen is more connected, so it moves easier. But then when the questions are off screen,
it's hard to hear it. It's like it's getting it third hand.
Yeah.
I always use that analogy. I don't know what question we're asking right now. It doesn't matter. But for people that don't believe in mediums or don't believe in what you do, it's so funny because I can't even hear in the next room. You know what I mean? And then I come back to say it to you, and it's hard to put the cadence in it and everything that somebody said with it. You know? Yeah, we're going to get some microphones. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. Love you. So sweet. Misty Unzaga, you are loved and appreciated. Thank you. Misty, you asked something else up there. I don't know. I think I'm just going to ask some normal stuff right now. I know. I don't know if I'm going to take any more questions right now. Okay. So we have like,
Says if my dad hasn't read you yet, tell that jackass.
You're welcome, Lauren.
Oh, Coach Howe said if his dad hasn't read to you yet. Tommy's what? A jackass?
I
It's
want
not like
you to read to me the
Aaron.
giving tree.
That's so funny. I love Coach Chow. So we have just a few minutes. It's 11:24 or whatever. So I just wanted to tell everybody thanks for joining. And I wanted to say also, if you guys ever want to like communicate on Griffen's page, on Griff's Gift page with each other, you're welcome to. And if I see anything that catches my attention, I'll, put it out. And I don't ever mean to skip anyone that's like, because I really felt desperate to get a hold of Jamie when I lost Griffen, and I know that feeling. So if you put it on Griff's page and it's desperate, like you lost a child or something like that, I'll try to always get to it. And I do feel terrible when I skip somebody or something. I try to include everybody. And it's a little harder than you think. I remember watching lives myself and getting frustrated with people, but doing it, like, is that saying until you walked in somebody's shoes? It's a little harder than you think. So we'll get it ironed out. It's only the third time. Yeah. And so, Griffen, tell us a little bit about what you guys do during this time of year when probably suicides are high and things are high because we're going into the holidays. I know. And you as a child, like watching me and Dylan and Kent and everybody, or people that have just transitioned and you watched your loved ones back here. What does it feel like from heaven to watch us be sad and go through the holidays? What could you tell us? What could you give us to bring us comfort? I like it.
Very nice, Griffen. Griffen first made the joke of, it's high season for suicide because you were talking about the holidays. He goes, most of us are over here with just like catcher gloves on, ready
So
to
bad,
get feet. But he said it is difficult because you have these unreasonable expectations, he thinks, of what the holidays are supposed to be doing for you. And he says it's just stupid. I wish that we could swipe away the food, swipe away all the expectations, swipe away the responsibilities, and just gather as people and be like, want to go for a walk? How you feeling? Really check in. But no, we put on our best. We try to look our best. We hide our tears. We eat things that we don't like because so-and-so spent so long making it. He's like, God forbid we hurt anybody's feelings. Right. So it's pretty intense. For us over here, looking at our family or, siblings, he says, if you're new at it, it's a little awkward. But there's a lot of, don't laugh. He's giggling really hard.
Right.
There's a lot of inside joy because we get to see all the bullshit that's happening that you feel, but you refuse to think that it's happening because family is family and you must love family. He goes, no, you don't. You don't have to love family.
Right.
You don't even have to like them. He said it'd be great for you to come over and visit just for one holiday on our side because you'd be so different when you went back into it. So we get to look at that and it puts a smile on our face, like the insider track. And we get to see you and smell you and visit. For us, it's not as hard because I understand that you guys are there and you don't really see or feel us or get to know us. The one thing that I like that I've seen is when somebody goes and gets the picture books out, like photographs. Oh, really? That's interesting. The picture books that you print. He goes, that's really kind of what we would have.
Right.
But we used to do it where we slide pictures in, photographs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Out photo albums. Yeah.
When they bring them out and then everybody gets a chance to look and then tell their story or, go remember when. And he goes, the energy of the room when the pictures come out, just go.
Right.
And then everything is glorious. So why don't you, excuse my language, why don't you just go get the fucking pictures to begin with?
Right.
And not wait until there's tension. Just put them out. Put them out and make the holidays about that.
That's a great idea. And just for everybody that's new, that's had someone transition like a kid or something, Griff, can you address the fact I used to have a lot of guilt if you're happy, if you let yourself be happy? What do you guys think of that? Can you address that a little bit?
You used to think that if you were happy, it meant that you didn't love me a lot and that I would suffer because I would see that you were happy and that you weren't crying over me.
Mhm.
And then other people as well. He goes, he goes, you know what it is.
Right. Bullshit.
He's pointing to me, you know what it is.
Right.
And he says, it's not. You can be happy, kick your feet up and laugh. When you are laughing, we feel it and we're
Right.
happy. He goes,
Right.
man, I'd never wanted to be the person that held my mom down, that kept her back from having friends, being with her family, from smiling, laughing, eating. I mean, look at this woman. He's like, she changed every little part of her life, the little parts, all of it, all changed, and because she felt like that was the thing she needed to do to express her love for me and show her grief. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He says, just be you. And if you're happy for those 15 minutes before you realize you're really happy and you feel guilty about it, good for those 15 minutes. Because
Right.
then I will spend the next 15 minutes figuring out, why are you feeling guilty? Because we don't want you to feel guilty.
Right.
We want you to be happy.
Right. The higher, none of you, when we go back home, you're not sad when you go back home. Like, you still have to deal with your issues, but you're in a better environment than we are. So we can know that you're safe and in a great environment. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Griffen just walked behind Marshawn. That was her brother, right?
Oh, yeah. Kent. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I love everybody, and I hope everybody has a beautiful Thanksgiving, and thanks for joining us. And if I didn't get to your question, like I said, you can talk on Griff's page. I look at it every now and then, and you can join me on Facebook. But if you join Griffen's page and on YouTube, like and subscribe, that helps us. Just know who's watching and, who to talk to, who to ask questions for. So I love everybody, and that's it, really.
Griffen says, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates. To everybody else, he says, happy Tuesday. I wish you could see his face. It's like
Happy
Tuesday.
I love you, Griff. I love you, Mom. Love everybody.
They love you. Everybody's saying their goodbyes. And Peggy, too, saying goodbye.
Hi, Peggy. I'll say hi to Vic for you.
And for me, goodbye. Thank you so much for the opportunity,
Hi,
Marsha.
Jamie. I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.